Okay, so welcome to yet another movie review. This time, I thought it would be a good idea to re-watch the Mortal Kombat movie from 2021. Since Mortal Kombat 2 is releasing and I plan to go see it later tonight, I thought I'd go back and watch the first movie just to see how it is and just to prepare me for the second one. Now, I did watch this initially when it came out back in 2021, and looking back at that, I was so excited for this movie. Being a Mortal Kombat fan, MKX is my favorite fighting game of all time. That meant a big deal to me. And on my rewatch, there are things I picked up that I didn't catch before, and it's honestly a bit of a mixed bag for me. I think it's always hard to do any video game adaptation. I will admit that I did have high expectations for this movie. I was a huge fan of, there was a YouTube series a number of years back that Machinima did, and I'm pretty sure it's called the Mortal Kombat Legacy, and they did a phenomenal job. I was a big fan of that. I was just enamored by the quality of that series and how much they respected the characters. And going through this for my rewatch, I knew that it didn't meet my expectations, but I wanted to see if I could pick out some things that I didn't before. Now, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, which is this new character, Cole Young. This is probably the most wasted effort. I think it's a bit of a waste to have this new character just be the character that introduces the audience to Mortal Kombat. When he's not even from Mortal Kombat, he's this brand new character that they created for the movie, and it feels like a bit of a waste. When you have this giant roster of characters that you can pull from, nobody gives a shit about Cole Young. And I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I like Louis Tan, and he's doing the best he can. But without going into spoilers, it's very uneven. There are parts in here that I really do like and I really do enjoy. Some of the fighting is very good. The characters besides Cole Young are serviceable. I think Kano was probably the best, even though there are moments where I'm like, okay, it feels like he's trying a bit hard. But other than that, I think he did a really good job. And I really like Jax and Sonya. I mean, Jax could have looked less like Steve Harvey, but that's okay. I think they do a great job and they really capture the essence of those characters. And I think that's what we need. The guy who plays, I forget this guy, this is a famous actor who plays Scorpion. He's really good. And my criticism with Scorpion is that Scorpion's outfit is just not great. I think his outfit is massively disappointing. He's got this hood, he's got like a bit of armor and stuff, and it's like, this looks really bad. It's just like little things too. Like, I mean, Kano did such a good job. Why couldn't we shave his beard? And why couldn't we have given him a cybernetic eye? There are characters that I'll talk about in spoilers that are just wasted, and you basically bring them in for a quick reference to the game, and that's it. Which I get what they're trying to do. They're being like, oh, that's something in the game. That happens in the game, or they said something from the game. But it's like at the cost of like cool characters, which some people are like big fans of. Some people, that's their main, that they just wasted. It's very uneven. But depending on how much of a fan you are of Mortal Kombat and that brand, I think that's what's going to make you enjoy this movie. For me, since I'm such a fan, I did enjoy it. If I wasn't a fan, I don't think I'd like this movie. That nostalgia from the IP and my attachment to the franchise makes it enjoyable at best for me. I don't know what else I can say without going into the spoilers. The writing was not good. We have some good fight scenes, and the focus is kind of all over the place. I really hope the second one can improve and there can actually be a tournament. It was for a split second, but I really liked to see Jax with this rocket launcher. I'm like, okay, he's like, this is military. Jax and Sonya are in the military, and Jax has a rocket launcher. That's one of his special moves. That's awesome. At the end of the day, when you compare this to the Machinima series, this pales in comparison. And I know that it's a series, they have more time to do things, but still, the quality of that YouTube series beats this movie by leaps and bounds. And you can tell that the people that made that understand those characters and they understand the lore behind them. And I think that's the biggest thing that hurts this movie. So overall, with all of that accounted for, I would probably have to give this a 6 out of 10. That is the highest rating I can give this movie. It's above average. 6 out of 10 if you are a fan. If you're not a fan, might be a 5 out of 10. That's probably what I would say. So if you're not a fan, it's probably 5 out of 10. 6 out of 10 if you're a fan. I'm really hoping that they can improve on a lot of this. This can be a much better movie. And yeah, we'll see. I mean, Karl Urban playing Johnny Cage, I think is going to be a big deal. I initially did not like that casting, but judging by what I have seen from the trailers, he looks like he's going to do a really good job. So I'm really excited to see him. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and now let's dive right into the spoilers.
Get over here!
Okay, so welcome to the spoilers section. This is where I just break down the movie, I talk about all of the nitty-gritty, and we just get right into this. So, this movie starts out amazingly when we have Hanzo Hasashi, and we're basically getting a little backstory of him and his family. And then we see him, like, he's doing, like, some gardening and stuff. And then right away, he's gardening with his kunai. Basically, Sub-Zero comes along, and Sub-Zero's like, he's not here? Where is Hanzo? And then the kid tries to be all heroic. And he's like, you learned that from your father. We see the ice power. This is the first time we see it in his hand. Okay, this is, I gotta stop and talk about this. The effects, for the most part, are fucking awesome. I love the effects. Like, his hand, like, turning into ice. And then he literally makes, like, an ice blade out of his hand. It looks so sick. I love the effects. And then it cuts back to Hanzo. He hears screams. And then the cinematography here is really, really cool. This is definitely a strong part of the movie. He makes it, and by the time he gets back, it's pretty much too late. And they're frozen. And then this sets up a really badass scene. Like, he gets all pissed off. He takes a sword. Like, this scene, like, I love this scene. And this is our first scene of the movie. And it's bloody, and he's just fucking going crazy. And he goes back to his gardening tool, the kunai, and then he makes it into the rope dart that we know of. So he, like, ties the rope, and then he's using that in combat. I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks amazing! He eventually gets the fight with Sub-Zero, and then it ends with, he's like, do not forget this face. And then he goes, for the Lin Kuei. And then the next thing, so Scorpion, for an unknown reason, he kind of disappears. He's basically dead, but he somehow still gets up, and then he falls back down again. And then, yeah, he's just like reaching out for his family, and then he disappears. And then after that, we see Raiden. And I really don't know why they made Raiden. He's like chosen from Cobra Kai. But he finds the baby, and then that's our intro. We get the title, Mortal Kombat, and then it goes into, like, this explanation. So, Earthrealm is on the verge of catastrophe. Should it lose one more tournament, the savage realm of Outworld will invade. But an ancient prophecy foretells that a new group of champions will be united by the rise of Hanzo Hasashi's blood. And then we cut to Cole. So we're getting the first scene with Cole Young.
Always rely on Cole Young, human punching bag.
Going forward, this pisses me off because we see the fight. The fight's happening. And Cole gets his ass kicked. It looks like he's gonna die. He looks like so bloody. I guess the daughter is the corner man, like he was saying. She's like, don't tap out! In my head, I'm like, shut the fuck up! And then Jax comes in. We see Jax for the first time. He's just witnessing the fight. So at first it looks like Cole is actually winning and he's actually gonna beat him. But then the other guy gets out of his headlock. He starts just laying it to him. And his entire face, like, this is where you see him so bloody. How the fuck can your daughter say don't tap out? Like, do you just want to see your father get beaten to a pulp? Like, I don't understand that. I'm like, why the fuck would she say that? That pissed me off. He looked so bloody. And of course he taps out. And she's like disappointed and she's like upset because he tapped out. I'm like, are you kidding me? And she's gonna have like a hissy fit. And then we go into the next scene. We're in Outworld. This is our first look at Outworld. It's nothing special. It's like some rocks. They easily could have done more with Outworld, but whatever. Sub-Zero is in his outfit now. He's talking to Shang Tsung. First time we see Shang Tsung. So basically, Shang Tsung wants Sub-Zero to kill Earthrealm's champions. So like they'll basically win by having no opposition to fight them. So that's basically his plan. Sub-Zero is like his spy to take out all of Earthrealm's champions. And then he calls him Bihan and he's like, I am no longer Bihan. I am Sub-Zero. And then we're back with Cole. This is the first time where we see him getting like flashbacks. Or I wouldn't say flashbacks. Basically like visions of Scorpion. I just can't even express my disappointment with this costume. It's so bad. Scorpion is the face of Mortal Kombat. He's the most iconic character. And this is how we treat him. It's very disappointing. I don't even play Scorpion, and I'm disappointed by that. But let's keep going here. Not really much happens in this scene. The main thing that we get is that Cole, he basically has this tattoo, and like Jax comes along and he's like, what do you got there, sport? That dragon logo, I dig that, man.
Where'd you get it from?
He was born with it. It's a birthmark.
You serious?
He was born with it. What do you mean? It's a birthmark. You serious? It's like, Cole, show him.
Cole, show him.
And he like shows it and check this out.
Well, ain't that something?
Nice chat with you.
See you around, champ. So he's with his family. I'm pretty sure Jax is like spying on him. Yeah, he's spying on him. And then we see that it starts snowing. He's like to his wife, Allie, come take a look at this. It's snowing. She's like, but it's July. And then the table just starts freezing. And then we see Sub-Zero. I guess he turns the snow into ice. And then he rains it down. And Jax is like, get in the truck, Cole! And it's raining ice. And then he's basically like, what the fuck is going on? What was that back there? He's like, oh, I got the marking too.
You've been chosen. Chosen? For what? To fight.
He's like, it means you've been chosen to fight. So like it or not, you've been chosen. This is how they've constructed their story. And he takes a turn. And then Sub-Zero's just standing there. In my head, I'm like, why don't you just fucking run him over? Like, just run him over. But he's like, take the truck and leave. He gets a rocket launcher out of the trunk. A little thing like that is great because I'm like, oh, that's Jax's rocket launcher. That's cool. That makes sense. So yeah, he basically gives Cole the truck and he's like, get out of here. And then, yeah, Sub-Zero just kind of disappears. This scene between Jax and Sub-Zero was great. This was a good fight. Earlier, how I was saying the effects in this movie are really good. Like, he holds the gun in front of his face, Jax shoots, and he's like freezing the gun. The bullet has been frozen as it's leaving. Very, very cool. And it basically ends with him getting his arms ripped off. He freezes his arms and then he rips them off. He doesn't even rip them off. They just kind of shatter. This is cool and all, but you've basically robbed Jax's lore with his arms by retconning the whole thing with Ermac. Because now in the future, that's not going to happen. Because Ermac is tied to Jax's story. That's what happens. And
You heard what Jack said. That thing is hunting people with a marking. And if I stay here,
and it shows up, it could kill us all.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
The name he gave me, Sonya Blade. Hopefully she'll have some answers.
Anyway, moving along here, we see Melina for the first time, and here's the thing too, it's like Melina looks awful. Her outfit looks like shit, her face looks like shit. It looks like she ate a chocolate cake and then she smeared the chocolate cake all over her face. This is not Melina.
Sub-Zero tracked and killed another one of Earth's champions.
Let's finish this. Send in the reptilian Sizoth.
I think this is hilarious. So Cole is going to Sonya Blade, which I have no idea how he knows how and where she is. I need to reach Sonya Blade? Okay, I know exactly where to go. He didn't say where she was, but whatever. And then, yeah, he parks and he sneaks in by using his car. Sonya's introduction, I think, is cool.
I'm looking for Sonya Blade.
I do really like Sonya. Like, she's strong. She looks like Sonya. I honestly really like Sonya here. And then this is supposed to be like a secret military base. And then we see pictures of her in the military and she's with Jax and stuff. And then we see Kano for the first time. I think he's fine for what he's doing. And then when I first saw this, I'm like, oh, that's Reptile. We got Reptile. But after my rewatch, I'm like, okay, wait, that's not Reptile. That's Sizoth. And then, you know, we got to do fatalities. Kano rips his heart out and he's like, Kano wins. You fucking beauty. I feel like he's Irish. Kano's not Irish. He's Australian.
Where is it?
You got a pen? You want to write this down? Get fucked.
Sounds like we got a deal.
I was gonna head there anyway. Yeah, fuck, an idiot.
How are you planning on getting us there?
Oh, I got a friend with a plane.
So now we're going to, I'm pretty sure it's Raiden's Sky Temple through Kano's connection with this plane. And then they land. Yeah, they have a pointless fight. And then Liu Kang, we get the Liu Kang reveal. And I don't have a problem with Liu Kang. I think Liu Kang is good. He just looks really young. And then Liu Kang's like, there's much to learn, but not here. Come with me. Essentially, they go to the training grounds. And then you see all these murals of other champions, I guess, from the other tournaments. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. One of them is Shao Kahn. He's like, okay, here, let me take you to Raiden.
This is what I have to work with.
You are in no physical or mental shape to fight.
You are in no physical or mental shape to fight.
You don't even have a marking.
You don't even have a marking.
This is Chosen from Cobra Kai. This is the best way I could describe this.
The time has long passed. Our enemies have claimed 9 straight victories.
Outworld will gain control over Earth forever.
One more victory, and Outworld will gain control over Earth forever. There is nothing for you here, only death.
Well, I'm willing to die for my family.
Let's see if you have what it takes.
And then we go into the training. This is probably the weakest part of the movie for me. So Sub-Zero comes along, throws an ice ball at Liu Kang. Shang Tsung is here. He's like, take whatever you want, but their souls are mine. So we keep going. Raiden comes in. Shang Tsung's like, I have come to claim your world.
It is forbidden to claim victory until the tournament.
And then Shang Tsung's like, these are your champions? Kill them. And then Raiden basically summons a force field that they can't pass through. The training happens, and Sonya leaves because the training is not meant for her, I guess. And she goes to check on Jax, and Jax is somehow alive. Liu Kang has recovered him somehow, and now he has these baby mechanical arms. And then, yeah, he's freaking out. He's like, what? And she's like, it's gonna be okay. So fast forward to, there's like a dinner scene and Kano gets all pissy and he's like, give me a fucking egg roll! And his eye, I guess, shoots a laser. And then that's how he gets his powers. It's not from a cybernetic eye that is supposed to shoot lasers. That makes sense in the game. No, his eye just shoots lasers for no fucking reason. Because he got mad. Like, we can't even respect the characters. Moving along. There's some context with Raiden.
Your marking comes from your lineage called Hanzo Hasashi.
Hanzo Hasashi. I hope the power in your bloodline was still strong in you.
Now I know that's not the case.
Now I know it's not the case.
Be with your family.
And he just summons a portal. So yeah, he leaves. We get an outworld thing. And we see Cabal and Reiko. Cabal, the costume just looks so cheap. It honestly looks like a Halloween costume. And then we see Natara. Natara's cool, I guess. And then we see Goro. The fact that they killed him off. I need to talk about this. Cole Young gets his powers here. And then there's like other fights going on. Jax is trying to fight Reiko with these baby arms. Liu Kang is fighting Cabal. And Cabal's effects, like his speed effects, look cool. At first, Cole Young's getting his ass kicked by Goro. Oh, Natara's here. The only thing that happens is that she flies down and he puts his hat in front of her and slices her in half. That's the only thing that Natara gets. And he's like, flawless victory.
Flawless victory.
And then, yeah, Cole, I don't even know how his armor activates. It's his literal plot armor. And then he gets these really stupid weapons, and then he just ends up killing Goro. Jax, he's trying to pick up this boulder and he can't do it. And then he just tries really hard. And his arms upgrade into the power arms. Shang Tsung takes Kung Lao, sucks his soul, and it looks really good.
He's about to get his soul sucked.
And then, yeah, Liu Kang is like trying to save him.
We are in the void.
So Raiden takes them to the void. It's the realm between Earth realm and his world.
Shang Tsung cannot follow us here.
Shang Tsung cannot follow us here.
Elder gods are forbidden from engaging in one realm's war against another.
I have no idea what he said there. I need subtitles. Elder gods are forbidden in engaging in one realm's war against another.
From engaging in one realm's war against another. It is my job to protect Earth realm, but I cannot save every soul within it.
Cole's like, it's not over yet. We still need to fight. Like the generic protagonist. And then he's like, Cole, the blood on this blade is Hanzo Hasashi's. I took it from him the day he died.
Use it, and the spirit of Hanzo fight with you.
So what's the plan?
We need to fight smarter. We need to control the fight.
They're better trained and better prepared.
Plus, they don't mind breaking the rules.
We need to split them up. Raiden, can you send anyone anywhere?
Can you send anyone anywhere? They want to turn. Let's give them one. Let's do it our way.
Give me Reiko. I got his quarters now.
This next shot here, this is the pit. I love it because when you look at this, there are some talented people working on here. This is an example of somebody who knows what they're doing when we're recreating the pit here. This looks so good.
Hey, big boy!
Sonya,
Please tell me I got the bitch with the teeth.
you get to take out your old buddy Kano. I know, I've seen you kick his ass before, but he's got a laser now. Watch out for that.
Oh, I got an idea.
We saved Sub-Zero for last. We take him out together.
So I guess it's Cole and Sonya versus Melina. And I know I said I like the effects, but I think the only effect I think is not really great is Melina's teleport. It looks and sounds nothing like how it would in the game. It's supposed to be quick, fast. It doesn't leave this big portal behind. It's probably the only effect or only power I think is not really done good. And then yeah, Jax fucks up Reiko. He punches him in the face and then he claps his face. He's like, yeah, these motherfuckers work. Oh, okay, that's right. Sonya's versing Kano. And then now, because he has his laser eye, he's more deadly. He gets her in this chokehold. And I guess the gnome was conveniently right beside her. And she takes it and shoves it in his eye. And I guess that kills Kano. She gets the mark after that. Liu Kang is fighting Cabal, and then we see him do the bicycle kick, which was an amazing moment. And then this was a cool moment. He summons a fire dragon, which was pretty cool. This was really, really cool. He goes, for Kung Lao. And now we're looking at the daughter and the wife of Cole. And the mom's like, I just want to get out of here before another four-armed monster shows up. And then who's at the door? Sub-Zero. The next scene after that, He comes out of the portal to where Cole and Sonya are. He has the, I want to say friendship bracelet, but it's not. It's not that. Her daughter calls it a strength bracelet. And he freezes it and crushes it. So that's basically his armor. And then he's going after him. And then he gets sucked into the portal. And now he's basically at his gym. And it's all like frozen. And then his wife and daughter are frozen. And Sub-Zero's kind of like just kicking his ass. And he's trying to fight him with these really crummy batons. It's like a crummy baton and a blade. He freezes the blade. All of the freezing effects look so badass. And he's like, now you will die with your family. And he basically gets some flame powers. And then he gets stabbed with his spear, with Hanzo's spear. And the theme starts playing. And the signature, get over here. I think this entire outfit would have looked way better if he just lost the hood. He would have looked way cooler. Actually, this entire scene is amazing. This is probably the best part of the movie. Sub-Zero, he summons an ice sword. They're just having a badass battle. Everything that's happening here is so good. There's like this one moment, he like stabs him. You see the blood come out of him. And then he freezes the blood and uses that against him. And then he takes off his mask. He's like, remember this face? Cole Young goes to his wife and daughter and he just starts punching the ice. And he does this for pretty much the entire fight. He's just breaking the ice. And then he throws Sub-Zero in the boxing ring where Cole's just still the wife and daughter trapped in ice. Sub-Zero comes on. I think I actually missed this. He sends out an ice clone. That is awesome that he sends out an ice clone. I guess when he's there, he sees Cole trying to get his wife and daughter out. I guess it reminded him of his family. So now it's basically a 2v1. Ultimately, Sub-Zero loses. And Cole goes back to the wife and daughter and tries to chip out some more ice. And Sub-Zero's like, what are you doing? And he goes after him and he stabs Sub-Zero and it looks like he kills him. Scorpion breaks out. He uses his fire. He just uses the fire ability one time and they're awake now. Scorpion's like, leave this to me. And he just burns him to a crisp. I mean, that is an ability that Scorpion has. And then he says, you have freed me. Take care of my bloodline. I guess Scorpion goes back to the Netherrealm because I guess there's nothing left for him to do. So now we're wrapping up the movie. Raiden appears out of nowhere.
These are my friends.
Along with Liu Kang and Jax. And he's like, these are my friends.
I'm impressed.
I thought you said you couldn't get involved.
And then Shang Tsung arrives too. So dumb.
Prophecy has been fulfilled.
Has the blood on your hands told you nothing?
Has the blood on your hands told you nothing?
No matter how many of my people you put in the ground, there will always be another to take their place. You think you have won. Death is only another portal. Next time I see you, I will not bring fighters. I will bring armies.
And then he just teleports them away to Outworld.
What happens next?
There are other enemies to fight.
Assemble a new list of champions.
I'll assemble a new list of champions.
You must find them.
You must find them.
Who's first?
And then we get our stinger. And then like the manager is like, my man.
My man, just about to call.
He's like, sorry, my days fighting for $200 are gone. And he goes, where are you gonna go? And he says, Hollywood. He's like, what's in Hollywood? Not what? Who? And then the camera pans and we see none other than a poster for Johnny Cage, Citizen Cage, fight for your rights. And that's how it ends. So, good setup. I mean, Johnny Cage was obviously sorely missed in this one, but it's exciting and we all know that Karl Urban's going to be Johnny Cage. I'm so excited to see it tonight. I feel like it just sets up for the next one and I'll have more to say once I'm back from that. But as this one stands, it's very uneven. It's very, very uneven. It's so weird. You have Melina and then no Kitana. No mention of Kitana. Nothing. Except you see a fan of Katanas, which is really weird. We'll see, because I know Katana's in the second one too, so we'll see. But that just about does it. So that was Mortal Kombat, the 2021 movie, and thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.